Okay. So good morning all. Welcome back to political science class, session number one of the day. And as we discussed earlier, almost all the portion for our first essay test is completed, except one chapter. Okay, this is last and final chapter for us. It is the international organization. The name of the chapter is international organizations. Okay, so basically we are discussing about the United Nations organization and a number of other organizations that basically helpful for leading a peaceful life in the world. Clear. The main concept of these organizations is avoid war, okay, or constructive criticism against countries, like that. Various things are there, and a cooperation of countries, okay, to make this world a better thing to live. Okay, clear or not? Clear? Understand? So that's what the basic concept of we people. Basically, from this chapter, we will study about the international organizations and its role to make this world a better place to live. Okay, so you can see the first page here. How the page is visible for you people, the screen is visible for you, right? So in case in the sense for you people, international organizations. Okay, and you can see the logo of international, sorry, the United Nations. Okay, the emblem has a world map with olive branches around it, signifying world peace. Clear? The meaning of the logo, importance of world peace, or giving importance for world peace. Okay, so you can see almost all the continents are here. Okay, and that is protected with the olive leaf, which means giving importance for peace. Okay, overview of the chapter. In this chapter, we shall discuss the role of international organizations after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Clear? Fall of, you know, that disintegration of the Soviet Union. Okay, in 1991. We shall examine how in this emerging world there were calls for the restructuring of international organization to cope with various new challenges, including the rise of US power. And in today's world, we want to discuss what kind of discussion is necessary here, how to restructure this organization. Today we know that the power of America, it is increasing. Okay, one chapter is there is deleted from the syllabus called the US hegemony. Okay, basically US is able to create threat for a number of countries in the world. So basically we are discussing about what kind of changes we want to make in this kind of organization to protect the international peace, or basically reducing the US power or hegemony over other countries. The potential reform of United Nations Security Council, okay, is an interesting case of the reform process and its difficulty. So UN Security Council is always discussing what changes we wanted to make, what kind of restructuring we have to follow. Okay, but we know that the members in the Security Council has a power. What is that? The veto power, right? Right or not? Six permanent members are there. They have the veto power. There are a number of other members also are there. Okay, so they are discussing regularly. They are discussing. We then turn to India's involvement in the United Nations and its view of Security Council reforms. Next one, we are studying about India and its role in United Nations Security Council's reforms there. The chapter closes by asking if the UN can play any role in dealing with the world dominated by one superpower. So the question is, the last question is United Nations is capable to deal the world peace? In the same time, you can see here the power of America is increasing, and the question is, if in this situation, how UN is relevant or important. Okay, in this chapter, we also look at some other transnational organizations that are playing a crucial role. Transnational organizations, sense other organizations basically also standing for maintaining peace between different countries. Okay, so this is a major concept of this chapter basically. Okay, so the first page for us, it is 82, page number 82. Okay, here, here, read the two cartoons on this page. Both the cartoons comment on the ineffectiveness of the United Nations organizations, usually referred to as the UN, in Lebanon crisis in 2006. Both the cartoon represent the kind of opinions that we often hear about the United Nations. Clear? So United Nations is an organization basically standing for avoiding war between the countries or solving the territorial issues between the countries or any other issues between the countries there through discussions and negotiations. But in many cases today in the world or contemporary world, we observed that even interfering in these affairs, but they are unable to solve that issues or solve that problem. Okay, clear, understand. So you can see that the UN symbol is there everywhere, but you can see just in the background, destructed buildings are there. Okay, destructed institutions are there. Even state tried to protect that. Then also, okay, what happened? Destruction occurred. That happened there. Okay, so you can see it is one area it is protected. Okay, clear or not? Clear or not? So limitations are there for you when it seems there. Okay, it is not closely covered. Okay, you can have some limitations also. That's what the meaning of these two cartoons there. So during in June 2006, Israel attacked Lebanon. Okay, so we might know the trouble between the Israel Palestine, right? Do you know the problem between Israel and Palestine? Huh? It is a basic issue in the West Asia. It is called to be the West Asian crisis. West Asian crisis. Clear. So I will tell you. Otherwise, it's impossible to understand what is that. Okay. So Jews are there. You know, Jewish people, right? Okay. JEWS. JEWS. Okay. Don't read it JUICE. Okay. It is Jews. 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 Okay. Clear. So it's a group of people. Basically, even Jesus Christ also a Jew, right? Jesus Christ is a Christian or a Jew? Tell me. Tell me first. Number of students are there regularly going to Sunday school, I think so. Elvina Joe, Ashish Bin, Bhishma Joshi. Tell me, is Jesus Christ is a Christian or a Jew? Come on. No answers. Elvina, what is the answer?
In the early phase, like AD, there were
My question is simple. Okay, you don't know how to operate it. My question is so simple. Is he a Jew or Christian?
yes,
He's a Jew. Okay, Grishma Joshi?
Jew.
Jew. Ashish Bini?
Jew.
Okay, so there are numerous well-known personalities. Okay, they are able to make changes in the world. They're born in that particular race, Jewish race, right? Clear or not? Example, Jesus Christ. So we are not discussing about his Jesus Christ really existed or not. We are not going to such kind of questions here. Okay, so Jesus Christ. How about Karl Marx? Karl Marx, the famous philosopher and thinker, okay, proponent of communism, right? Socialism. Wrote a famous book called, what is that? Das Kapital. Das Kapital. Okay, the famous work by Karl Marx and Engels. Das Kapital. Okay, clear? A famous economist too. That's what Karl Marx. He's also made a number of changes in the world. He's a proponent of communism. Okay, so everyone know that. How about Albert Einstein? Another Jew, another Jew, right or not? So world famous people they are. And the Jewish people are famous for a number of their inventions. Okay, clear or not? Inventions, modern weaponry. Clear? That's what the Jewish people, right? And you might heard about Mossad. Have you heard about Mossad? What are the importance of the term Mossad? What is that? Is that an edible item? Mossad, like masala dosa. What is this Mossad? What is raw? RAW.
That is a secret investigation organization.
Okay, RAW is a secret investigation or a secret organization of which country?
India.
So India.
India. RAW is a secret agency or secret organization of India. RAW, Research and Analysis Wing. That's what RAW. Okay, clear or not? Like that for Israel also one have one secret organization. It's called to be Mossad. It's a world famous or notorious, what you can say, the secret organization. They are able to or they're capable to interfere or infiltrate in any country's digital platform, right? That's what Mossad. And India is maintaining a friendship with Israel because of this issue. No, various other issues are there, right or not? So Mossad, Israel, right? And we heard about the last Israel-Palestine issue, Iron Domes. Iron Dome. Heard about that? What is that Iron Dome? Only Amal Raj is reading newspaper. That's fine. Other students, no idea about that. What is Iron Dome?
It was used by the Israel to
Ah.
protect from the attacks of Palestine.
Definitely. It's a missile destructive system or a defense system, understanding or not, protecting one country from the enemy's attack, missile attacks. Clear or not? It's going to be Iron Dome, that also invented by Israel. Clear, I mean the Jewish people. Like that. So they are world famous people, at the same time, technologically very much developed people they are. So in the time of Second World War, we know that they spread in almost all the part of the world. Clear, because you know that the activities of Adolf Hitler, right? Adolf Hitler, he stood against the Jews there. Okay, he's against Jews and massacred millions of Jews there, right? Killed them. Clear. But you studied in class 9. One chapter is there. What is that? The rise of Nazism, right? Studied or not in that chapter? Any idea about that? Rise of Nazism or disposable knowledge? Studied, wrote the examination, forgot, finished. Okay, so these things are somewhat important for you people. Okay, so if you try to read and understand that particular textbook, chapter number 3, the rise of Hitler. Okay, Nazism in Germany. Okay, so very good to understand these things there. So Jewish people, they spread everywhere in the world, right? Finally, they discussed the people they discussed and decided they want to create a single country for them, and Palestine gave a chance for them to start or create a country. Okay, clear. A number of Israeli people they moved to, Jewish people they moved to Palestine, the older Palestine, and they started to create a new country called Israel. Okay, finally their settlements increased. Clear. We are not the supporter of Israel or we are not supporter of Palestine. We are discussing the thing here. Don't think that Palestinian people basically they are Muslims, clear, and these people they are Jewish people, and the same time in this area Armenians are there, Christians are there, like that. It is a holy place for 3 different religions, Jerusalem, right? Right? What are the 3 religions? Judaism, Jewish people, okay, Islam and Christians, clear? Christianity, Judaism, and this one, what is that? Islamism. All these 3 religions are interconnected. Relationships are there, right? So this place is a holy place for them. Any other controversial questions are there? Huh? Elvina Joy, Ashish Benny, Grishma Joshi, Amal Raj, Sneha, Aishwarya. Do you know all these things? No. Okay. So this is a holy place for all these 3 religions there. So intense tension is there to secure their predominance or their hegemony or control over that region, right? So always war is there between this Israel and Palestine, Israel and Palestine. Okay, clear? So Palestine is inside Israel, That particular region where Muslims live is covered by Jewish regions, Jewish settlements. Clear? Understand? Now you got the idea. Palestine, that is inside Israel, and the Palestine is a small state now where Muslims reside, that is covered by Israeli settlements. And out of Israeli settlement, what is the Arab world is there? Entire Muslims areas. Clear or not? So if Israel attacked Palestine, definitely the Arab settlements or Arab countries will attack Israel. Clear or not? So there is always an intense tension is there between these countries there. So every time we can hear the news that related with the war, Israel against Palestine, Israel against Lebanon, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, almost all these countries will engage in that. The same time, Russia and America also will support them. Okay, they will encourage these people to fight. Okay, clear. It's called to be proxy war. Clear? Okay, so that's what. So in this case, last month also we read number of news in this case, right? Related with the Palestine-Israel crisis and the war there. Number of people died in that event. And particular war, right? Okay, so it's an intense area where intense tension is there always. So UN is always trying to solve the issues, but America is making trouble there, right? Clear. They have their own activities, their own interests are there. Okay. Anyway, this problem, I mean, this cartoon says that even UN is there, but it is unable to solve this kind of problems altogether. It's not possible. Okay, problems are existing there. Okay, so so you have to observe this thing and want to find out who is this. Is it related with the 2006? Okay, 2006. And who is the Secretary of or Secretary General of UN at that time? You should find out. Okay, and tell me tomorrow. During June 2006, Israel attacked Lebanon, saying that it was necessary to control the militant group called Hezbollah. Hezbollah. Okay, Hezbollah is a militant group, a terrorist group in Palestine, or basically in Muslim world. They are fighting against Israel, fighting against Israel. So Israel told it is very important to attack Lebanon to control this Hezbollah. Large numbers of civilians were killed, and many public buildings and even residential areas came under Israel bombardment. They dropped numerous bombs there. Basically, this Israel is using these countries as their experiment or laboratory. Okay, they will invent new bombs and will experiment that bombs in these countries there. Okay, that's basically a laboratory for Israel, I think so. Under Israeli bombardment, so number of institutions, number of government institutions, civilian area, residential area, everything is destructed. Okay, the UN passed a resolution on this only in August, and Israel army withdrew from the region only in October. So UN passed a resolution to stop the attack in the month of August, and Israel withdrew the army in the month of October. Okay, after 1 month. I mean, basically August, September, October. Okay, both these cartoons comment on the role of UN and its Secretary General in this episode. Okay, so the Secretary General is looking like a person from Africa, right? Clear or not? So in every tenure, UN has a speciality. Clear? In one term, a president is, I mean, the Secretary General is from America, the next time it's from Africa, next Asia, like that, it will change. Clear? Every time the president, sorry, Secretary General from one particular continent. Clear? Okay, so just understand that too. Okay, so find out and tell me tomorrow. Here, read the two cartoons. Oh, you're rich. On the other hand, we also find that the UN is generally regarded as the most important international organization in today's world. So, United Nations is considering as the most important international organizations because almost all the countries are the part of United Nations here, right? Almost nearly 200 countries are the part of the United Nations. It is indispensable and represents the great hope of humanity for peace and progress. Clear or not? It is nowadays it is existing without any attacks or without any criticisms. Okay, criticisms are there, but we can say it is the only organization that's standing to maintain peace in the world. Okay, why do we then need organization like the UN? Let us hear to insiders. Okay, so you can see here, United Nations is there. Everyone is the part of the United Nations. Then also problems are there going on everywhere in the world. Basically, we are saying UN is to protect world peace, but still troubles are there. Then what is the need of organization like the UN? Then we are discussing about the two people's comments here. One is a famous person. Basically, you can see here his name, Dag Hammarskjöld. Okay, clear? Dag Hammarskjöld, the UN Second Secretary General. One is his commander. Next one, a famous person from our state, Kerala. Okay, clear? His name is Dr. Sasi Tharu, the UN Under Secretary General for Communication and Public Information. Okay, that's what Sasi Tharu. You heard about him, Sasi Tharu? The Thiruvananthapuram MP. Clear? Understand? From Kerala. And he was once the former UN Under Secretary General for Communication and Public Information. So very famous person, and he wrote a number of books, and he's famous for his beautiful language, English language, and a new contribution to the language. Clear? Sasi Tharu. Number of books was written by Mr. Sasi Tharu. Okay, we can see here the first comment that made by the Second Secretary General of United Nations Organization, Dag Hammarskjöld. The United Nations was not created to talk humanity to heaven, okay, but to save it from hell. So it is sure, what is that? The United Nations was not created to take humanity to heaven, clear? So United Nations is unable to take the people to heaven. It is impossible. Okay, it is unable to stop all these crises, all these problems there, but save the people from hell. Okay, clear? United Nations cannot take the people to heaven, but at least they can do one thing. What is that? They can save the people to fall from what? Hell, or save from hell. Okay, that's what the first comment. That shows that problems are existing still today, but United Nations 100% is unable to solve these problems. Next one, talking shop. Yes, talking shop. You studied about a club of thinkers, right? Club of thinkers. The only duty is the for that people. In which chapter you studied about the club of thinkers in social science class 10, right? Okay, right. Related to the French Revolution, studied about the club of thinkers, Rousseau, Montesquieu, Voltaire, like that people. They inspired other people to think about a better world. Clear or not? So club of thinkers, their main activity is sit and thinking. Okay, they are not ready to speak. Here it is talking shops, means what? Just sitting and talking something. Okay, will not go to or will not or cannot create a conclusion or something like that. Yeah, yes, there are a lot of speeches and meetings at the UN, right? Okay, you know that. Number of speeches are there, number of meetings are there every year that are conducted by United Nations organization. Almost all the countries of the world also will participate in such kind of meetings. Okay, and in this kind of speeches there. It's available in internet too there. Okay, if you search United Nations organizations and its summit speeches, you get it. Especially during the annual session of the General Assembly. So every year, annual session will be there. A meeting will be there. Okay, almost all the countries, leaders or ambassadors will participate in that particular session. Okay, it's called to be annual sessions of the General Assembly. General Assembly, all the countries will participate. But as Churchill put it, so once Churchill commented, Jojo is better than war. What do you mean, Jojo? Jojo, not Jojo or Joji. Jojo is better than war. Jojo is nothing but a long speech. Okay, discussion, negotiations. That's what a Jojo. Okay, clear or not? Huh? Simply sitting and speaking about something, but no basic. Basically, we are unable to create any conclusion or cannot come to a particular point. Simply, we'll sit and speak. That's what Jojo. Anyway, he says that Jojo sitting and speaking about something is better than what? War. Okay, that's what the comment made by Churchill. Isn't it better to have one place where all countries in the world can get together? So this is a place, okay, and there is no better place in the world to sit together. All the countries can sit together and speech, and the same, and they can conduct or they can give speeches. Okay, bore each other sometimes with their words rather than bore holes into each other on the battlefield. So here says Sachitaru says what is that? So it is the best place to sit together and discuss. And they can bore holes on the minds of others by words. Clear or not? Bore holes means put holes. Okay, like a bullet. Okay, put holes in the minds of the people with words. There is no bloodshed. It is better than what? Bore holes into each other on the battlefield. Clear or not? So battlefield, they will use physical weapons there. Okay, guns there. Okay, in a meeting or a discussion, just words can hurt others, but in a battlefield, what will be there? Guns will bore holes on the body, right? So Sachitaru says that it is best. What is that? Sitting together and discussing. That time, some people will hurt the other countries with words or speeches. Okay, and same time, it is better than boring holes in the battlefield. It seems there. That's what the comment that made by Sachitaru, the former UN Under Secretary General for Communication and Public Information. Okay, these two quotes suggest something important. International organizations are not the answer of everything. So we are coming to a conclusion by reading these two statements. What is that? What is that? First statement says that international organization or UN cannot take us to heaven, but they are trying to help us to escape from hell. Okay, so international organizations are not able to solve all the issues in the world. It is impossible, but they are important. International organizations help with matters of war and peace. They also help countries cooperate to make better living conditions for us all. So not only avoid the situation of war or protecting peace, this international organization like the UN can participate or make the countries to cooperate to lead a or to create a better condition for everyone. So you know that in the time of what we can say natural calamities, earthquake, hurricane, all these countries are cooperating to each other, right? Cooperating, right? They are sending medicines, they are sending clothes. Okay, at the same time in India we are receiving that. Okay, like that. Understand? Clear? So one tragedy is there. So Britain Parliament, once they passed a resolution, in the time of COVID, they decided to provide some medical help for India or some aid for India. But what happened? In the Parliament of Britain, there are a number of objections against that. They told India is a country that spent nearly 3,600 crore rupees to construct a simple statue. Okay, then why we want to send them aid, it seems. Are you agreeing? Hmm? Are you supporting this argument? Of course, myself, I am supporting because okay. So instead of that, the government is spending that money too. Okay, tourism also we want. That is fantastic, fine. Anyway, but the country is facing a lot of other troubles there, right? Clear or not? First preference we have to give to such kind of issues. Okay, so at the time of Jawaharlal Nehru, at the time of other prime ministers, okay, they constructed a number of IITs, number of IMS, okay, number of medical colleges, okay, number of laboratories, okay, so virology department, okay, basically studying about different viruses and making remedial medicines for that. So that is constructed by other prime ministers, right? Okay, so the same time, okay, let it be. So presently that was the problem what we are facing here. So they made a resolution there. Okay, so it's not that necessary to help India. And the same time, we are asking aid for other countries, nearly 100 crore, 1,000 crore, something like that. At the same time, we spend 3,600 crore rupees for what a simple toilet for birds in Gujarat. Okay, that's what the statue. Let it be. So I'm not against the government, but they are facing this issue there. Today we know that the price of petrol is almost 105 rupees, right? 105 rupees, the first time in Indian history. Okay, petrol tax, that high price. And gas price. Do you know what is the price of 1 cylinder of gas? Domestic gas. Any idea? Any idea? No idea about the price of domestic gas.
800 something.
800 something. Then what is that something? Yeah, exactly 800 above. And nearly 870 rupees per cylinder. Okay, so that much high it is. It is started from 450. Now it is reached 870. Fantastic, right? Okay, so we want to use other things to cook. Okay, let it be. Come back. So here you want to understand about that. So UN is not able to solve all the issues. Okay. Countries have conflicts and differences with each other. That does not necessarily mean they must go to war to deal with their antagonisms. So there are different attitudes are there in the against the countries there, right? Clear or not? One country have a very different opinion about its neighbor. All right. Such kind of different attitudes will sometimes lead to war. Okay, but always it is the responsibility of the international organizations to stop such kind of movements or such kind of wars. Okay, they can instead discuss continuous issues and find peaceful solutions. So instead of going to a war, even giving them a chance to sit together and discuss and find a peaceful solution. Basically, it is a continuous problem related to the continuous problem related with the border issues. Border issues there. Clear? Israel also facing the same issue. India also facing the same issue. Pakistan also facing the same issue. China also facing the same issue in Asia. Number of other countries in international level, they're facing this border issues. And this border issue sometimes will lead to war there. Yesterday, you might observe in news there, right? One place, number of people came and red or not? No, that also from their issue only. Okay, the fight for a way, it seems there. I'm saying to construct a road or something like that. Okay, so this border disputes fight always will lead to wars there. All right. So UN says that discussion is necessary. Okay. So here the role of an and find peaceful solution. Indeed, even though this is rarely noticed, most conflicts and differences are resolved without going to the war. Okay. So in European countries, if you go, you can see that there is no such kind of frontiers. Clear or not? So India-Pak border, you know that. Okay, there's one picture will come to our mind. What is that? A border full of what is that? Fence is there, right? Right or not? Different types of fences they are using there. Okay, wired fences are there. Okay, it is impossible to cross that. Okay, electric fences are there. Okay, in almost all the northern and northeastern border of India is protected like that. Clear or not? Okay, but if you're going to European countries, we are unable to see such kind of fences or borders there, right? Okay. Hmm? Clear. They've just marked with the white lines there. Okay. Or on the road, the same time we can walk through two countries, right or not? Okay, one leg in one country, another leg in some other country. So this kind of simple borders are there in US, sorry, Europe. There basically, there is not such kind of disputes there. Already they solve all these issues through discussions and negotiations. Clear or not? Okay, there is no such kind of disputes existing. But think about India-Pak border, India-China border, the example for that. Okay, so we are also able to solve these problems through discussion, it seems. That's what the UN's idea. The role of an international organization can be important in this context. So to lead these conversations, an international organization, a mediator is necessary. Okay, so an international organization is not a superstate with authority over its members. Okay, so UN is not a superstate. Okay, there is no much authority for UN over its members. It is created by and responded to states. Okay, it is created by the states and basically responds to the states, it seems. It comes into being when states agree to its creation. So United Nations organization started with the agreement, or almost all the countries agreed to start once. Once created, it can help member states resolve their problems peacefully. Once created, these United Nations can help, or this international organization can help its member states. It's a member states. That's what. Okay. So take your writing material, all of you. Writing material. Did you receive your marks? MCQ marks? No. Okay. Amalraj, you have to read the textbook thoroughly. Okay. Aishwarya, that's a mistake. I don't know how it happened. Anyway, just observe it clearly. Learn the things one more time. Mistakes are there. Not only one or two, not only three or four, not only five or six. Okay. You will get your marks that you can check. The Grishma also. And Elvina, Elvina is the highest score, it seems. Okay, let it be. Ashwini, we will meet. He turned off the camera, escape. Okay, we will see. Wait. Anyway, you had a news that, right? What is that? Within short time, the schools will open, it seems there. Anyway, beverage shop is opened. Hotels are opened. All beaches are open for the tourists. All the other tourist places also opened there. And why not schools? Okay, nearly 28% of students are facing headache, short sight, sight-related issues. So here our I have got one. Okay, Grishma Joshi already to us there, right? Grishma, yes. Amal, it was. Okay. So number of students are facing this problem, not only the students, teachers also, even parents also. They are unable to adjust with the kids in the home, it seems. Okay, they have to send them to school. Clear? What about your parents? I don't know. Are you happy with you people? Or are you creating trouble in the home? No. Yeah, no, you will not say that you're creating trouble in the home, right? So I took back the question. Write on. Write on. Why international organization? Why international organization? Why international organization? Once I told you, Mr. Ashibani, to send you your notes. So far, not received. Write down. An international organization is created by. An international organization is created by and responded to states. Created by and responded to states. It comes into being. It comes into being. It comes into being When states agree to its creation, when states agree to its creation, when states agree to its creation. And a bad news for you people. Anyway, I want to complete this chapter before the Onam holidays. So our seminars are postponed and it is start after the Onam holidays. Okay. So you will get some more time to prepare. Okay. Clear? So first portion, first SF1 portion I have finished. So don't worry, we have much time to complete your preparation for the seminars. Okay, time is. So second point, international organization help in matter of war. International organizations help in matter of war and peace. International organization help in the matter of war and peace. War and peace. Full stop. They help countries to cooperation. They help countries to cooperation. Countries to cooperate enough. Countries to cooperate to create better living conditions all over the world. To create better living conditions all over the world. To create better conditions or better living conditions all over the world. To create better living conditions all over the world. Done. Full stop. Usually nations can see that nations can see that there are some things they must do together. There are some things they must do together. Can anyone tell me what are such kind of issues? Such kind of things the countries can do together. An idea? An idea? The things that countries can do together. Tell me, please, think and say. So cooperation is necessary, we know that. Cooperation is necessary. So different cases are there. Number of cases are there where countries are doing something together to protect the entire world. Can you say what are they? Doing something together. What are they? What are those things? Heard about Earth Summit? Earth Summit? Kyoto Protocol? No, we will learn it. But economics, I think. Okay, it's called sustainable development. So to protect the environment, clear. Almost all the countries are doing something today, right? Protecting the resources. Okay, avoiding the carbon emission. Clear? Protecting the world from the global warming. Global warming. Like that, various measures are there. Okay. So number of countries doing something. These things together. So one country alone is unable to do this kind of things there. Everyone want to do that. Then only, vaccination, right? Everyone want to take it together. Then only we are able to escape from that disease. Okay. Well, one or two people takes that, other people are not allowed to do so. It is impossible. So number of countries today, they are cooperating by handing over different types of medicines, right? Technology, right? So everyone doing all these things together. Okay. So activities against terrorism. Activities against terrorism. We had about Interpol, right? What is Interpol? It's international organization basically to stop crimes, okay, against terrorism. It's called to be Interpol. Okay, a criminal that listed by the Interpol means isn't just not a criminal but a international criminal, right? Okay, understand? So that's what Interpol, international criminals are there. Can you say the name of international criminals? Do you know? International criminal. Huh? What is Amal Das?
Sir, Bin Laden.
Bin Laden, he's no more. Okay, correct only, but he's no more. Okay, then. And about Dawood Ibrahim? No. Dawood Ibrahim. Okay, no, already. He's from India, I think. Okay, yeah, of course, he's from India. Okay, but living in Pakistan. Okay, and doing business in Afghanistan. Okay, let it be. So it's international criminal. Okay, so related with the Bombay blast cases in India. Okay, Bombay bomb blast cases. Number of people dead in that. It's a terrorist attack. Terrorist attack. Okay, so international criminals. Okay, let it be. Third point. They produced information. They produce information and ideas about how to cooperate and produce common platform to discuss contentions, CUNTIONS, issues, contentions issues, and find peaceful solutions. Full stop. Solutions, so not full stop, comma, solutions, comma, by mechanisms, rules, and bureaucracy. BUREAUCRACY, bureaucracy. So UN always trying to solve these issues by using their bureaucrats, their rules, okay, and mechanisms, United Nations mechanisms, administrative mechanisms. Okay, guys, so time to wind up the session today. Okay, one more session is there today, so right. So we'll meet that time and we will discuss the balance. So thank you.